Mishnah. The Mishnah is on Lamed Aleph Amid Beis. Ha'oichel trumas chametz bepesach. So a person, a Yisrael, eats trumas. Truma belongs to the Kohen. And of course, if you eat it b'mezid, you're chayv misa b'dei shemayim. But we're talking about somebody who ate it b'shogeg. And it's chametz. Still says, now, normally, when you eat something that belongs to when you eat truma of a Kohen, you have to pay him back. It's monetary loss. So if you did it b'shogeg, mishalem keren v'choimish. You pay the principal and a fifth. Now, if you did it b'mezid, poter mitashlumim, you don't have to pay. And you don't have to pay for the value of it if it would have been firewood. Let's just read Rashi. B'shogeg, sheshogag b'truma. Afilu hizid b'chametz. Even if you were mezid eating the chametz, but let's say you didn't know that it was truma, mishalim keren v'choimish. Avagav lo avishavi meat. It's not worth anything. Chametz is asur b'ana. Chametz pesach asur b'ana. You shogig the truma d'chsiv bei, but when it says v'chamishi so yosef alav v'nasan lakoin es a kodesh, doesn't say nasan lakoin es a kesef, meaning davar haroy lios kodesh. You have to give him produce. She'eno yachal l'shalom la'amos ela peiros. If you eat a certain amount of volume of fruit, you got to pay him back the volume of fruit. And here comes the kicker. Hatashluim nasa truma, and that which you gave him becomes truma. Lav lefi dami mishalim. You don't pay based on its value. Elefi mida mishalim. You pay based on the volume. If you ate a bushel, you give him back a bushel. Hilkach love basar dami mazlinan. We don't go after its monetary value because you got to give him not monetary value. You give him the volume of produce that you ate. That's what you have to give him, even if it wasn't Pesach. Now, b'mezid, shehizid b'truma afilu shagag b'chametz potem not tashlumim b'me'etzim. Why? Im truma tmei, right? What do you do with truma that became tamei? You burn it, so it only has burn value. Ein mishalim lo. So we're going to learn like this, right? Ein mishalim lo d'mei eitzim shayisru yilei sekatachas tav. You don't have to treat him. Pay him the value of what it would be as fuel. Mishum de truma mezid ein b'chomesh, ve'ein tashlum l'chapara. Number one, there's no chomesh. Number one, there's no payment at all, because we're learning here now that when you ate b'shogeg, it's a kapara for you. The payment that you give to the coin, it's not like restoring that which you stole from him. It's mamish, a din that was given to us by Kodesh Baruch Hu to get kapara for doing this violation. So b'mezid, you don't get any kapara. It says very clearly, the gabi choimesh b'shgoga ksiv, aval mezid eino lekashar gazlan ba'alma, u'mishalim mos lefi domim v'lo lefi amida. So when a person steals something, he's a gazlan. You pay kishas agzela what? The value of what it was when you stole it. If I stole a vase, I don't pay I don't have to give him back the vase if it's not be'en. I give him back the value of the vase when I stole it. So here too, it's not the giving back him, when you ate it b'shogeg, giving him the volume of the produce back is a kapara. It's not a money payment. It's not because you damaged him monetarily. Now, the mezid guy is seen as a gazlan. So if he ate truma in the month of Adar, then in a chadami, he would have to pay the kohen back the amount of money of what he ate. If he ate $100 worth of what he ate, he has to pay him back $100. But we look at, what do we look at? We're looking at the monetary value, not the volume of produce he ate. You pay him kishas agzela. Now, what is this chametz worth now on Pesach? It's not worth anything. So therefore, he's potter to pay anything. Because a mazid guy is paying because he's a gazlan. A gazlan pays kishas agzela domim. Well, this doesn't have any domim value. A shogeg guy pays the volume of produce to return the truma to the kohen. So he does that here too. Because it's not a matter of monetary value. So it's an interesting Mishnah. So the Gemara says, "Tanan hasam achel truma b'shogeg, mishalim keren v'choymesh." Another Mishnah says, "Whoever eats truma b'shogeg, you pay keren v'choymesh." Where this is not talking about Pesach. This is talking about any time. Echad ha'oichel, whether you ate it, v'echad ha'shoyse, whether you drank it, v'echad ha'sach. Let's say it was olive oil that was given to truma to the kohen, and you anointed your body with it. And echad truma tmeya, whether the truma became tamei, v'echad truma tohira, mishalim choymesh. And if you ate the choymesh, you have to pay choymesh of a choymesh. Okay. Iboilu. Ishu mishalim. Lefi mida mishalim or lefi dami mishalim. When the person eats truma of a kohen by shoygeg, you have to pay him by measure or by monetary value. Meaning, there's no machlokas if the item was worth $4 when he stole it, when he ate it, and then later on when you want to pay him back, it's only worth $1. There's no shaila devada kedemi karmisham lefidami. There you'd have to pay the monetary value. The logar mi gazlan, it can't be worth in a gazlan. The snan, kol gazlanim mishamim kashas agzela. Gazlan pays the value of the item that it was when he stole it. And so this is not going to be any worse. Kiti boilach, the opposite. The mikara shav zuzah was so shav arba. When he ate it, it was worth $1. Now it's worth $4. My. Do we say lefi mida mishalem? Do we pay back according to measurement? Amar le griva achal griva mishalem. I have to buy you a pound. I have to get you a pound of this thing that I ate of yours. So when I ate a pound, then it was worth $1. But to give you back a pound now, it's worth $4. I've got to pay him the pound. Or maybe I only have to pay the monetary value. When I ate it, it was worth $1. I only have to give him back $1 now. Rav Yosef Toshma. The person ate figs. Shilam lo tmarim, paid him back with dates. Tovel of bracha. He should be blessed for doing that. Now, so that only makes sense if he paid back based on volume. He ate a pound worth of figs, he paid him back with a pound worth of dates. So amtulahachi tovel of bracha. The ochel griva de groigos to shavis because he ate a pound of figs which only cost $1. The kayav griva the bar the shavi arban. He paid him back a pound of dates which cost $4. So that's why he gets a bracha. But if he ate $1 worth of figs and he has to pay and he paid $1 worth of dates, so then why am I tavel of bracha? Bezuza achal bezuza kamashalim. There's no big chesed that he did. He stole $1 and he gave him back $1. Why is he praised? Amra Abaya. No, there's no raya from here that it proves that we go after volume, because maybe loyal will feed damim mishalim. But why is he blessed here? Am I tavel of bracha? The achal midi lo kavetz levzvine the kamashalim mizim the kavetz levzvine. Most people don't like to buy figs. It's not a product that has a lot of customers. But dates, people jump all over dates. So he ate something that people do not purchase a lot, and he paid him back with something that people jump on. So that's why Tavel of Bracha. But there's no raya from there to prove to us that we pay according to volume. It's not. So let's bring a proof from our Mishnah. Oichel Trumas Chametz B'Pesach, person ate Trumas of Chametz on Pesach. B'Shoigeg, we said Misham Keren v'Choymesh. He ate B'Shoigeg, he pays as if it's stolen when it was not Pesach. It only makes sense if he pays back the volume, because we say it's if he ate a bushel worth, he has got to give him a bushel back, because that's the din. And it makes sense because we know chametz isn't worth anything on Pesach. It's only because he's paying back a set volume, no matter what the thing is worth, that we say you pay keren v'choymesh shapir. But if when you eat truma you pay based on its monetary value, chametz Pesach bar damimu. Chametz Pesach is not worth anything. So is this a proof that we go after midah? The Gemara says, yeah, chametz Pesach bar damim it has worth, because Hamani Rabbi Yossi Aglili. Remember, Rabbi Yossi Aglili held chametz Pesach muter bano. So he could he could have paid him back lefi dami, because according to Rabbi Yosef Lili, the chametz has value. Well, how can you say the Mishnah is Rabbi Yosef Lili aim a seifa? Let's look at the seifa. It says b'mezid potter minat tashlumim umid me'etzim. Remember, we said a mezid guy doesn't have to pay. Well, I understand. Rabbi Yosef Lili, if the Mishnah is all of Rabbi Yosef Lili, and he says that chametz is muter bana, then on my potter minat tashlumim me'etzim, the mezid guy should also pay, because he did cause damage to something of money. We said a mezid guy doesn't do it based on atonement. He does it based on the fact that he was a gazlan. So the reason the Mishnah said he was potter, because chametz doesn't have any value. But if now you're telling me the Mishnah's author is Rabbi Yosef Glili, who says it's muter bana, then how can you say potter minat tashlumim? Okay, because the Mishnah sover lak Rav Nechunya ben Akana, which we learned last week. The time of Nechunya ben Akana oises Yom Kippurim k'Shabbos l'tashlumim, because of the principle of kam le'mi d'Rabbi minei, that when you do two things that give you two punishments, you are potter from, if you're going to get the death penalty, you don't have to pay anything. So eating truma gives you misa b'dei shamayim. So that's why he's potter, because b'mezid he'd be chayiv misa. So not a raya one way or the other to our question. So Gemara says kitanoi. This question you asked, when you eat truma b'shogeg, do you pay lefi damim, or do you pay based on volume or measure? So machlokes tanoi. Oichel trumas chametz b'Pesach. Person eats truma that's chametz on Pesach. Potter b'nat tashlumim me'etzim divrei Rabbi Akiva. According to Rabbi Akiva, you're potter. He makes no distinction between b'mezid or b'shogeg. He says you're potter. Rabbi Yochanan ben Chayiv. Rabbi Yochanan says Chayiv. Now, Amar Rabbi Kiel, Rabbi Yochanan ben Nurvich. No yeshlo ba. Chametz Pesach is aser bana. How could you make it? So therefore, it's not worth anything. That's why it's potter minat tashlumim. So Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri, how could Rabbi Yochanan be Machayim? Amar Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri, Rabbi Kiva. Umaha no yeshlo ichel truma tmei b'shar kol yom hashana shemishalem. Well, truma tmeya, which the coin cannot eat, and somebody else eats it the rest of the year, what hana is he getting as well that he has to pay? You're not allowed to eat truma tmeya. Yeah, but he can burn it. But chametz b'Pesach, it's aser bana. That's not the case with truma tmeya. What is it like? L'trumas tutim v'anovim shenitma. You gave truma from grapes, it became tamei. She'ein labo lo heter achila v'lo heter asaka. Because it says, Vani neged lachas mishmeres trumasai. Trupin tutim anavi mashkem hain, their beverages. Oh, and then ru'uyim laso, because you can't burn them. They're liquid. And you can't float them on coals to smell. That's a gzeira that they didn't want you to do it, because as a gzeira only. That's when he was mafresh the truma, and only later on became chametz. Let's say during Pesach, you try to be mafresh truma from some chametz you found, divrei kol ein kedusha. Well, that truma won't take hold, will not become truma. You shall give the coin produce back that's royal kodesh. Davar royal kodesh. Prat, to exclude a case lochel trumas chametz b'pesach. Shapotem not truma b'nei eitzim. Divla zer ben Yaakov. Because it's not worth anything. Rabbi Lezer chisma machayiv. Rabbi Lezer chisma b'chima no yesh labo. How could you pay back? It's not worth anything. Rabbi Lezer chisma Rabbi Lezer ben Yaakov b'chima no yesh lochel truma t'mei b'shayim osashon. What I know that the person have for if you eat truma t'mei, the coin can't eat truma t'mei. Yeah, the coin can't eat it, but he can burn it. But here on Pesach, he could also give it to his dog or put it under his, because Rabbi Lezer Chisma also held chametz was mutter ba'ano on Pesach. So Amar Abaye, Eliezer ben Yaakov, Rabbi Kiva, Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri, Kulu Sfilu, chametz Pesach aser ba'ano. Ubaha pligit. Rabbi Kiva sover lefi dami mishalim. So now we get to our machlekes tanoi. The Rabbi Kiva holds you pay monetary value. Since chametz b'Pesach doesn't have any monetary value, he said it's patur b'nashul shlumim. Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri sover lefi mida mishalim, and therefore, even though it's you pay by volume, and even though it's not worth anything, getting back a bushel of chametz, even though it has no value, the Torah says give him back the volume. So pshita, it's not a big chiddush that would be what they hold. Of course, it is a chiddush. It's ma'od the same Rabbi Kiva nami Rabbi Kiva really. Because maybe we would have thought that Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri is holding like Rabbi Kiva, that you pay based on money value. Also, mind the time of the Kama Chayiv. And maybe the reason why he's being mechayev tashlumim here, mishum to like Rabbi Yosef Lili, it has value. Kamash Malan, that he doesn't hold like Rabbi Yosef Lili, and he holds a chametz b'Pesach is aser bana. Who says maybe he holds the other way? Im kain negel Rabbi Yochanan ben Rabbi Kiva ki echad man le Rabbi Lezer Chisma Rabbi Lezer ben Yaakov. Then Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri should have given Rabbi Kiva the same answer Rabbi Lezer ben Chisma gave Rabbi Lezer ben Yaakov. But he didn't do so. So obviously he doesn't know like Rabbi Yosef Lili that chametz is permitted on Pesach. Tarabonon, ha'oichel kazayis truma, mishalim keren v'choymesh. So the trigger for keren v'choymesh has got to be at least a kazayis. He says no. If the kazayis is worth half a pruta, you wouldn't be chayiv. You'd have to eat 2 kazaysim. Because it's got to be at least a Shavah Pruta. My time in the Tanakama, who says Kazayis is enough. Amar Kra, V'ish ki yochal kodesh bishgaga, because the parsha that begins this discussion of eating truma b'shogeg uses the word yoichal, v'achila b'kazayis. What defines achila? The measure you have to eat a kazayis to be considered achila. Abishol, my time. Where did Abishol get that has to be Shava Pruta? Amar Krov, the Nosan La Kohen as a Kodesh. The Ein Nesina Pachos Mishava Pruta. The whole transaction has to be at least a Shava Pruta. I, Vidichdami Aksiv Yoichal. The man Amar who learns is got to be Shava Pruta. What does he do with Yoichal? It's got to be a Kazayas. So that he learns another din. Hahu Prat Lemaziku de Asa. That it's only if you steal something that you have to pay keren v'choymesh. But if you damage something, there's no keren v'choymesh. If you damage it without having ano, you don't add the choymesh. course, you have to be Mishalim the Karen like a regular Goslin, but not the Choimesh. Tanakama, who holds that you have to eat a Kazayas, not a Pruta. Well, what do you mean? It says Vinosan, which means money. So it's got to be at least a Shava Pruta. So Hahulam Aboile, the Davar Roili is Kodesh. The Vinasan HaKohenes HaKodesh comes to teach me it's got to be something that is Royal Kodesh. Right? You got to give him back produce. Prat loichel trumas chametz bepesach. Except in the case where he eats chametz bepesach.
If you have something in your house and you're motor hana from it, and I come and steal it from you, do I have to pay you back? Do I have to have, is there an issue in it?
What was the question?
If you have something in your house and you motor hana from it.
I'm what?
You
I'm motor hana. I have no on. Yeah.
So do I have, and I come steal it from you. So do I have to pay you back?
Because regarding me, it's not worth anything.
Right.
I'm sure we'll deal with it in Baba Kama when we get there.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm thinking about this with the chametz,
Yes, if you steal something that is Isra Hana, you won't have Tashlumim because it's not worth anything.
So I'll pay anything for it, yeah.
Yeah, but you would still be a Goslin.
Okay, but I'm not. Why would it be a goslin? It's nothing. It's no value to it. No value to you or to anybody. I mean, because your motor, no, you can't even give it away. So why would it even be a goslin then? So if I steal hummus from you,
the issue would be you're a Goslin, but there's no Tashlumin. You have to pay Kishas Agzela, but technically, a Mudar Hana is let's analyze like this. Someone who takes a neder that I'm not going to benefit from this, you haven't created an Isser in the Chefza. You have an Isser in the Gavra. The Gavra cannot have a no. But it doesn't make the item a shtick Isser. Chometz b'Pesach is a shtick Isser. That's not a choivas Gavra. It's the Chefza becomes Isser. Like Nevela, like Chazer, like Chalev. So that's the only question. Since it's not other people could use it. Maybe other members.
I can't give it away.
No, other members of his family can use the item.
Yeah, but it belongs to him, and he's more than no. He can't even give it away to anybody. He can't give the Hana, give anybody. So to him, it's like nothing. It's worth nothing. It's not nothing. So when I'm stealing it, maybe I'll benefit from it, but I'm not taking anything away from you.
You're not taking anything in monetary value. It's not worth anything to him.
It's not worth nothing. It's a nothing. So that's what chametz is. I mean, so let's say if I steal your chametz, according to Mandamar, it says, it's not, you can't.
Well, there's no tashlumim. You put them in tashlumim, but the avera you have.
All right, but I'm not so tashlumin. I don't pay anything.
And by the way, that's a problem because tashlumim is the way that you correct the avera, the heishivis agzela.
Right.
It's just because you get off of it, it's not necessarily a good thing.
So I can't do it because I can't return to you. What am I going to return? I didn't steal anything from you.
No, you stole something that didn't have monetary value. That's the better terminology.
Yeah.
So all right. Heishif is like Zayla. Can you get? All right. I don't know. It's very.
Let's say you truma less than kazayis. Mishalim is akeren. You only get the choimesh of either kazayis. Gemara says, what do you mean? Hey, chidami, either less by shava pruta. If it's less than shava pruta, keren nami lo l'shalim. Shouldn't pay the keren because you didn't steal anything of monetary value. It is pay shava pruta, choimesh nami l'shalim. If it's a pruta, you should pay the choimesh. So the Gemara says, loylam de is pay shava pruta. Afilohachi came in the less by kazayis, mishalim is akeren. So according to this baraisa, you need both. It's got to be a kazayis and it's got to be a shava pruta in order to mishayim the keren l'choimish. And the Rambam paskins that a non-Kohen who eats a kazayas of truma pays the keren and the choimish, even if it's not worth a shava pruta. But if he ate pachos mekazayas, he pays only the keren and not the choimish. Amrua Rabbanan Kamed Rav Papa. The sugya was learned in front of Rav Papa. How like Abba Shaul, that not like Abba Shaul. Ik Abba Shaul Omar, given sheyesh b'shavet pruta, afagav the less bekazayis. Abba Shaul Befer said, as long as it has a pruta, even if it's less than kazayis. So that which was said is not like Abba Shaul. Omar Rav Papa filu tema Abba Shaul. No, you could say it's the opinion of Abba Shaul. Abba Shaul party boy, echanami. Abba Shaul requires both criteria. He requires shava pruta and kazayas. Freit Gemara, imui boy, Abba Shaul darti. Does Abba Shaul require both? Vatnan. Abba Shaul oimer, eshe yesh bo shava pruta chay b'tashlumin. Eshe ein bo shava pruta chay b'tashlumin. Amru lo amru shava pruta elalin mila bilvad. That which he said, that it's got to be a pruta, meaning that's regarding me'ilav. Al truma ein a chay b'at sheva kazayas. You need a kazayas truma to violate truma, like eating truma of a kohen. Now, if it's correct that we need both, kivin sheyesh bo kazayas maboile, the answer shouldn't have been ein a chayvat sheba kazayas. You should say kivin sheyesh bo kazayas maboile. Should have said the reason once as a kazayas it would have been enough. So to Yufta, we see that the Abba Shaul couldn't have said. I mean, Rav Papa couldn't have said what he said. Rav Papa Hadar Bey. Rav Papa went against what he said. The Tanya, the Chata Bishkaga, that the Me'ilah, the Chet is only when you do a B'shoigig, Prat L'mezid. And therefore you don't bring a Korban Asham if you were Moel Be'egdish B'mezid. V'halodinhu, Kavachomer, Marshar Mitzvah Shechai Ben Kores. Other mitzvahs like Chaylev and Dam. And if you eat Mezid, yet, if you did it b'shogeg, you bring a korban chatas, poiter ben asam mezid. The mezid does these things. He's potter from a chatas. Me'ila shein b'kares. And didn't shepotter asam mezid. So certainly he would. I don't need a pasuk to exclude it. I can exclude it from a kavachomer. Lo, im amir b'shar mitzvah shekain lo chay ben misa. It's worse because shar mitzvah it's kares but not misa. There's misa b'dei shamayim, like eating truma. If you benefit from egdish, there's also misa b'dei shamayim. I might have thought that maybe you would be chayiv tamid lamer b'shkaga prat l'mez.
Elliot, do you still need help?
Say again. I understand what's worse, kares or misa. You start off by saying kares is worse. In the end, he says misa b'dei shamayim is worse. Lo, im amir b'shar mitzvahs shekain lo chayven misa b'pachos mikazayis. By all those cases of chaylev and dam, or other cases of me'ilah or truma, eating truma, where there's no misa b'dei shamayim unless you had a kazayis. There's a special din by Me'ilah that I'm chayiv even if I ate less than a kazayis. You calm me down. How did I calm you down? The Rabbi of Rav Sheshes Shadu Bein Arga, Rabbi of Rav Sheshes sort of threw a teretz into there. Man Shamislei de Omar, Izid b'mila b'misa, Rebbe. Who's the one that says that if you were amazing meal, you get misa? It's Rebbe. And we'll continue this tomorrow. So, Mitzvah Hashem, we'll learn tomorrow at 8 o'clock, regular time.